this other one. Okay, let's say this one with the headset, and then I'll drop it here. Yeah, so I'm done with the warp effect for this one. Let me just see if I can make some more adjustments. So whenever this is why a smart object is very necessary. So after doing something like this, you can come back and still make adjustments. So had it been this was not a smart object, after doing it I cannot come back and still make adjustment. Once I come, it's going to start from a new warp effect again. So always work with a smart object if you are working on something that you might probably need to come back and make adjustments. So this is what we have. This is what we have for this. So I'm going to group all these, the images and the paper text effects. I'm going to group them, and then I'll right click and okay, I'll duplicate them actually because I need to clip them into this particular layer. So I'll turn off the first one. Then from this one here I would convert it to a smart object, and then I'll create clipping mask. So as you can see, it has clipped into the shape like this, into his face like this. So another thing I need to do is I need to work on the colors. So if you can look at this, you can see that like there are some like color adjustment here that is not giving the actual color. So there are some little tweaks I need to do to the color. So let me go back to our picture and see. So first of all, I think I will just undo the clip mask, and let me go and use camera raw filter for some of these pictures to see what I can do with the adjustment before I move to any other form of color adjustment I intend to do. So let me see this one. I would just yeah, so I just made some adjustments to the other one. So for this one too, I would just use camera raw filter just to give it some some sharpened bright effect, or probably I might turn all of them to black and white. So but first of all, let me just adjust this one as well. So black and white images usually are not like very editable on when you are using camera raw filter. Any effect related to colors is not going to work for a black and white image. So as you can see this one, you can see the temperature and things are not, you can't adjust them because this picture is black and white. So yeah, so I'll just save this, and then we'll move over to the other one, filter, camera raw filter. Yeah, so here for this one I'll just just this is not something that requires like real color adjustment like that. I'll drop the highlights, and then can just have something like this going. So this is what we have. Then I would do the same thing, like right click, convert to a smart object, and then I would clip it into the guy's face like so. Then let me see if I would need to make some adjustments, probably taking it off. Yeah, so this is good to me. It's okay like this. So what I'm going to do, let me try adding some effects. So let me see, I'll put in black and white effects, and then I'll clip it into this particular layer like this, and then I would adjust it a bit. So let me try darker. I'm just trying out different black and white options. So let me drag this to the screen here so you can equally see what I'm doing. So I'm not just trying to have a very natural like same image without some real adjustments. So that's why I'm tweaking some of these options to see what we can have. So let me see. High contrast. I actually like this one. Yeah, for some reasons I like this high contrast blue. So let's see if I can just add some little lights to it, something like this. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it like this, or should I try other ones? Nah, nah. So I'm basically going with the high contrast and some adjustment, or let me and some adjustment like this. So yeah, so I'll leave this like this, and then I'll just basically add some brightness to this as well, so you don't look too darkish. Brightness and contrast, increase it slightly, and then so let me take a glimpse at what I have from the other one. Yeah, so they actually add some colors here, so but no issues, like I'm just working on my own particular one. So like this I will try and adjust the background color a bit as well. So I think this color actually works better than the other one. So what I want to do is I want to go down to my background layer and try bringing in some, adding some like maybe some slight textures to the background here, so it's not going to be like looks totally plain. So I already had that layer opened. So this is my background layer. So I'm just going to scroll through to see if I can have something to put in. So I have this one now here, so I'm going to like play around with blend mode just to see if it can give me something good to go. So I still want to maintain that simple, even though I'm adding this background texture, I still want to maintain that simplicity for the design. I don't want anything seriously complicated, just that simple effect there. I think this last option works better, so I'm going to like drop the opacity slightly. Yeah, leaving it like this. So what I do is when I'm working on something like this, I try out a lot of different backgrounds so I can, come up with a good one. So I'm going to try this other one as well to see. Yeah, so I've searched around to see if I can get some cool background. So I tried out a lot of background and then I was able to settle for this one. So this one now, based on the name of the album, it's titled Echoes. So I feel this one works better. So like it has this wavy um tunnel, something like a tunnel, and it's like in wavy format, so it's more like echo. So I'm going to just add some form of blur to this. So one thing you need to know is this is the image here, this is the image. If I blur this background now, it's going to give the image more visibility, because now as you can see the contrast level of contrast between the background and the image is not very pronounced. So I'm going to like, okay, then let me add some blur so you can see what I'm saying. So let me try out Gaussian blur. I don't want it to be too blurred like this actually, so just some slight blur. Let me increase it a bit. Yeah, so as you can see, you see the way it is right now. Yes, so we have this. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to try out motion blur, so let me turn off the Gaussian blur and try motion blur and see which one works better. So let me see motion blur. I think I'm liking this motion blur actually. So yeah, I'm liking the motion blur, but I think the Gaussian blur is better. Is let me try the both of them. Let me try this one and see as well. So I like the effect I'm getting from this motion blur. It's like more like blurring the the background more, like giving it these extra blurs that's making sense. So let me say I would use the both of them. So I would leave the motion blur like this, increase it slightly, and then I would add the Gaussian blur, and then I'll reduce the level of Gaussian blur slightly down. I'll just leave it like this. So I'll leave the Gaussian blur to 8.0. So I think this works fine. Yeah, this works fine for me. So you see, it's still giving me that feel, that kind of echo kind of feel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a shadow, just some slight shadow on top of our model here. So what I'm going to do is there are two ways I can add a shadow by using the brush tool. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a solid color. So I'm going to do that. Let me see, this is black and white, and this is the contrast. So I'll add it below our brightness. Yeah, so just add a solid color layer, make it black like this, and then I'll come to the gradient layer from this left panel here. Then click on the layer mask. There are two options here. One is the solid from this layer here. Now you click, one is the solid layer, click on the layer mask, which is the white box there, and then you can drag like this. So you have to drag it in a way that the shadows will just be like, the whole shadows above is going to be gone, and it's going to just leave for you shadows down. So I actually just want little shadows, not much, like this. So some slight shadows is enough for this, because I'm still going to like reduce the opacity of the shadows. So I think this one is fine like this. Yeah, let me drag it from the middle. Yeah, it's okay like this. I like it like this. So this level of shadow is okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me turn it off so you can see the difference. This is the before and this is the after. So I'm going to just drop the fill slightly. So I've dropped the opacity slightly down. Then I'm going to just move to adding the title of the EP, of the album, sorry, and then adding the name of the artist, and that's all, because I don't really want much complication for this. So the only thing I might do is to probably add some little effects to it, like increase the brightness slightly and just make something that will just make it look a little bit more, more tinted like that. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to go to add the title. So the title of the album is Echoes. So another thing that is quite a, should I say, stress, but it's something you need to like pay attention when you're working on, is selecting the right font. So I'm going to, selecting font sometimes is not easy. Like you need to know which font works. Yeah, like for this now, I'm just going to use like very, very simple font like this. So I'm going to just adjust our text like this. So I'm looking for a perfect spot, so I can place the text here, or I can place it here and then place the name here. So first of all, let me let me search for more fonts. So looking back at our previous one, you can see they used a serif font. So I was actually thinking a serif font would be better for this. A very nice serif font. So let me scroll through my list of fonts and see if I can find something good. Yeah, so I've been able to find this font, this particular font here. So I think I love this one. I love the way it is. It's just very simple. So this works out for me. So I'm going to like place it down here. So let me try increasing the size a bit to, let's say, 60. Yeah. So let me just take it down to 55 so it doesn't be too big. Yeah, it's good like this. So I'm going to then let me try and change the position of the font. For example, echoes. I actually think where I placed it previously is okay. It's better there. Then next up, I'm going to impute the guy's name. So I duplicated the previous font. So I'm going to, let's say I put the name here, and then I'll go and copy it from our, so the name is Stefan. So I'll put in the name like so, Stefan. And then the name doesn't have to be as big as this. So I'll drop down the name. So let me see if I can use like same font for the name as well. I don't think it's going to make sense. So I'll just drop the size of the name very small, like this, for example. Yeah. So echoes Stefan. So let's say I take the name up here. So I don't think anything up is going to really work for this. So let's say, let me place it here. So it works like this for me. So what I'm going to do is to take them slightly up a bit so they don't go out of frame. So like this. Yeah. Leaving them high like this is good. It's okay for me. So I can equally just go and take the ruler. So like I explained in the previous video, my Photoshop ruler option is messing up. It doesn't show me the ruler, but I can drag these rulers out, but it doesn't show me the ruler layout at the top and the side. So but for now I'm just going to work with this one. So yeah, so as you can see, the name is here. So there's this parental advisory thing we usually place on cover arts, but I think I'll just leave this one as simple as this. So I don't really want to complicate it. So the name is, title of the album is Echoes by Stefan. So the next thing I'm going to do is to do the back cover where the track list is going to be visible. So what I'm going to do is to create a another artboard, then because I want to work with the same background. Yeah, so I want to work with the same background but some slight changes. Then I add the track list, same title and everything. So I'm going to delete all layers that are not working for me, that I'm not using here. So I'm deleting every layer that is not doing anything. The ones that I turned off, I'm deleting them. So I have some of this layer there. I don't think I need all this. So I'll delete all of this. Delete them. Because what this thing actually does is when you create a new artboard, it deletes all the leads, like remove all the places, all the layers that are not working out of the frame, out of the artboard. So but anyways, before I go, I would like to like add some little effect to this. So I already have brightness here, so I'm going to just add, let's say, color balance. So I like using color balance sometimes because it like upgrades my stuff. So you see I can like give it a different, slightly different feel. So I'm just trying to adjust the colors a bit. So this is how it is. It was like plain black, but color balance gave us some little, should I say, tint effect on it, slightly tint like that. So I think I like it. So like this. So I don't want to go forward and so we won't have complicated stuff. So this one is okay like this. And then I'm going to create a new artboard. I'm going to create the artboard. I'm going to create a new layer first of all, and then from that new layer I'm going to right click and say artboard from layer. So it just automatically turns into artboard one. So I'm going to rename the artboard one to front cover. So yeah, so as you can see I have this artboard here. So the only thing that was removed was our shadow layer, and why it was removed is that it was locked. So I'm going to go back, undo. So I'm going to unlock it now. So anything that is, any layer that is turned off or is unlocked is going to, once you create your artboard, it's going to place it outside the artboard. So let's say artboard from layer, and then I'll rename again front cover, and then I'll save. I think it still did the same thing. Yeah, so our shadows is not actually visible, so I don't know why it's placing the shadows behind, but I'll just drag the shadow and bring it in front of our model like this. Yeah, so I think it's good like this now. So I'm going to then create a second artboard by duplicating this one. So I'll just drag this one and duplicate, so it gives me the same. So our artboard has been duplicated, so I'm going to go ahead and rename this one to back cover. So back cover. So yeah, so this is the front cover and this is the back cover, but for now we are going to turn off some of the things here. So what I wanted to do is I have to like readjust certain things here so we can have our track lists, typed in or placed in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group the layer that contains this our artist there. So I'm going to like shift it sideways, for example. I might choose to place it like this, or I might choose to just flip it, just to have something to do, something that works. But anyways, let me just leave it like this now for now, because I intend placing the track list by the right. Then the echoes and the name, I'm going to take them up. I'm going to drop their size. Yeah, I'm going to drop their size. So let's say for the echoes, I'll drop it down to, let's say, 36 or 48. Then the name, let me just leave the name on the same size. Then the background is what I'm going to change right now. So I'm going to, let's see if I'm not changing the background entirely, I'm just adjusting the position of the background so we can have the track list brought in like successfully. So this is what we have here. So I'm going to, let me just bring in the track list and adjust it. So I would go to this, copy the track list, and then I'll paste it here. So these are the track lists. So I need to adjust the size and give it a better font. Yeah, so I'm just trying to, just arrange the track list in a way that it makes sense. So this shadow, I'm going to see what I can do. I think I need to adjust the shadows a bit so we can have more shadows on this side. Yeah, so I'm just trying to adjust the shadows. So then I can increase the opacity of the shadows so we can have more shadows like this. So the track list is, I think, is good like this. I'll just take it backwards so it can like fit the same. Then I need to write the word track list, so I'll use this font and then I'll just type in. Yeah, so I think I'm slightly done here. So as you can see, I have the track list here and all the tracks written there. So names are at the top. So what I need to adjust might probably be this guy's image. So I was actually thinking of not using this image at all, just using those paper cuts, these paper cuts effects that we have here. So let me try this out and see. So I might just like increase this paper cut stuff and then place them like this, for example. Then I'll still have to drop our shadows if that's the case. You get, so this is what I actually thought I should do for this. So this is I'm just giving like a different style, like different idea for the entire stuff. So not necessarily using the same guy's image, but playing around with it like that. So this is one. I'm just going to convert this to a smart object, and then I'm going to duplicate it again because I also want to like flip it so we can have some other portion of the other image showing, which is the money. And then let me say something like this. And then I can then increase the background as well. Yeah, so personally I feel this is actually better like this. Yeah, so it's actually better like this to have this picture, so have it placed like this, so it gives. Yeah, so this is the front list, and this is the front cover, and this is the track list. So as you can see, we have done justice to this cover art. So we are having the first one with the guy's head and the paper cut effect of, like, let's say probably those are like his childhood pictures and some other experience he had, and then these ones, and then the track list just has just those paper cut effects. So I think this works fine for me, but there's also room to explore. When you're working on yours, you can explore, change, do anything you want to do. If there are more details to add, you can add. Sometimes you might need to add give credits to the producer and all those things. You can just type those ones below, but for this video I'm just going to leave it as simple as this. So but in most cases you might necessarily need to add more details, but then just structure your details below and it's going to be okay. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned and keep watching.